Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones, aka Daniel Kuhn, back with a new video. Race riots, LOL. Oh boy. Let's see. The shotgun for today is the Remington 870. It's the one, that's the old beater shotgun that I worked on. You see, still looks pretty nice. Look at that wood. Ain't that some nice wood? Never seen anything like it. That finish on it. But yeah. So, like I said, I mentioned in a video I did a couple years back that what got me into gun control, what got me into the topic of gun control, was seeing the LA riots on YouTube. I was a freshman in college. I was sick with the flu. Didn't have anything to look at didn't have anything to do. I said, I'm gonna go on YouTube, and that's why I started checking out videos on I don't know why, but the LA riots seemed like it was an interesting thing to check out. And seeing the Koreans in Koreatown protect their neighborhoods from all the mayhem that went on. By the way, if you're unfamiliar with it, the LA riots started when there was a not guilty verdict for I think it was for 4 police officers that were accused of brutally beating Rodney King, and it was all captured on videotape. Couple hours, I think it was like a couple hours after the verdict, there was rioting at this intersection, and it just spread like wildfire. I think it was approximately $1 billion worth of damage was done. 54 people died. Lots of stores destroyed. Lots of cars burned, turned over, merchandise stolen. And I seen there was video footage of gunfights. I remember there was one particular video. I think it was by a shoe store. These 2 Korean dudes. I remember one had a vest on, another one had a blue jacket on, and the guy in the vest, I recognized the gun he carried. The gun he was shooting at this car. The guy had glasses on. He had a Beretta. I can tell from the shape, from the silhouette, it was a Beretta. The other Korean guy with the hat and the blue jacket, like he had a Glock. And then it showed there was more footage of guys on top of the stores, with shotguns. They had Mossbergs, they had Ruger Mini 14s, some AR-15s, and some double barrel over and unders. And they were just protecting their store. I remember seeing a picture of one guy by a forklift. He had a 1911. I thought that was pretty cool. And then I noticed, it was seeing, remember the Ferguson riots from about 2 years ago, and there was like a meat store. I think some people had tried to break in, but there were 3 guys standing out front, and there was one guy, maybe he had a shirt that said "all damn day." That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And he was holding I think it was a 22 caliber AR platform rifle, and an AK variant rifle, and there's like some other guys. They had a pistol, and they basically just were protecting what was there. And I remember seeing footage from like the '60s of all the riots that went on there, and after MLK was killed, all these like Baltimore went up in fire, went up in flames. LA, I think Chicago was on there. I think St. Louis was on the list. Just all these cities just going up in flames, and it's like I can't help but think that to see all that stuff that was done in the past, fast forward and you see the same things going on today, like what's going on in Charlotte. I gotta check the news to see if there still is rioting going on in Charlotte, but I remember how it was in Baltimore. We had the mayor saying that we need to give these people space to destroy these things so that they can vent. Are you kidding me? Destroy someone else's property because you're upset. That is very sad. So and I think about what's the topic of of riots. That's probably what's got me. That's probably also interested in riot shotguns. I don't know. They're good for defensive uses. If you have to protect your store, protect your home, even so much to protect your person during such a you know, time of turmoil, a nice riot gun can help, help get the job done. Of course, there are AR-15s out there, and I have AR-15 myself. But there's something about this. I don't know. It's pretty nice. And tying this into the aspect of race, there's always a question asked as to why do blacks destroy their own neighborhood? Why do they do all these things? Destroy these buildings, ruin business, chase away businesses. They don't want, some will rebuild, but it may not be the same, and others will just pack up and leave. And I don't blame them. I have a theory. A theory is it's a few points. One, these neighborhoods, I guess it's a community, but it's not. It's shifty. There's not much. There's not much moral cohesion. There's not much of a moral foundation to help keep these communities stable during times of hardship. A lot of violent crime, a lot of broken homes, which I will cover that in another video. The aspect of what broken homes and SHTF what that could brew up. And you have people who are it's weird. You have people who don't want the police there. You have one segment of those communities that don't want the police there because they're concerned about police brutality. But then you have another segment that want the police there because a lot of people living in these neighborhoods are brutalizing each other. So it's quite a conundrum. And I think it has to do with broken homes. You don't have most likely you don't have any fathers to guide primarily these young males in a direction that actually is productive anytime something like this happens. In fact, just to discipline them before something like that happens. You should. I mean, I understand the need for more police in the neighborhood, but really that job is for the men. The men are supposed to patrol take care of the community. I said the men. The men are supposed to be taking care of the community. Along with the second point is that a lot of the businesses that are being destroyed, I think the people who live in those neighborhoods, they don't really have any connection with those businesses to where they would be concerned about whether they get destroyed or not. Me personally, if I had a business and if I knew that if I wanted to start a business, I'd be cautious as to where I would want to open up shop, because if there's a chance that my business will get destroyed or I get ripped off or someone will break in, I would want to lessen those risks. So I would relocate. I would go somewhere else, or if something like that did happen on a riot scale, I would relocate. I believe I would relocate if I saw the need to do so. So there's not much of an economic link of those shops to the communities that it's located in, or rather the neighborhoods that it's located in. So when the time comes that people get up, that I hate to say it, that when blacks get upset about a verdict or some actions concerning police officers, the protesting is good, but it may not be enough. But what happens? You have people who take advantage of the protests and use that as an excuse to start, rioting, looting, burning, acting out of violence, and then you have situations where, I guess you'll have people like me doing what we have to do to keep our stores safe, keep our house safe, because we may be upset about what's going on, but burning my neighbor's house or kicking in his door, trying to take his TV, beating him up, doing stuff, kicking his, stomping his dog, doing something like that. It's not going to solve anything. That's going to make the problem. It's going to make the situation far worse than it was originally. and I guess maybe that's why riots interest me, because it shows how, I guess, wherever a riot occurs, it shows how the people in that area are able to, how they respond to conflict, how they respond to pressure. And to see savage behavior, come out of these neighborhoods, anytime there's anytime there's a situation that, like that, it's not good. I would say if anything, it encourages me to, be more mindful of the type of people that I'm around. Continuing doing, I guess, keep maintain my situational awareness, watching my six, and being prepared in however which way I can be. I don't want to I don't want to immediately go to this. I would like to use this first, but I guess I'll be using this first before I in the process of using this. But hell, that's why I'm doing this video. Yeah, these riots are a trip. Like I said, every summer. And I remember when I heard about the incident that happened in Charlotte. I said, and heard about their rioting. I said, man, they want to squeeze in one more riot a day before fall. Ain't that something? One more in the summer season. One more riot to squeeze in that time frame before we move into fall. Oh well. I hope you guys out there are safe. Any of my subscribers who are out in Charlotte or in North Carolina area or in any area where these things have occurred, I hope that you're keeping yourself safe. I hope you're doing all you can to protect your loved ones, protect your property. Keep a clear head. Don't let your emotions run high. Don't smell fear on you. And keep your powder dry. I'm definitely doing that with this, and with this, most of all. Well, not just a hat, but this with the lasagna up here. Speaking of lasagna, I got pasta cooking in the kitchen right now, so I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that to be done. But please share your thoughts. What do you think about all these race riots that have gone on, not just in Charlotte, but in Baltimore and in Ferguson and L.A. and even going back as far as the '60s. What are your thoughts? I like to hear from those from those who have lived through through those periods in time. But leave comments in the comment section or send me a PM. Any gripes, complaints? You feel like you need to call me a coon or a nigger or a sellout or whatever, Uncle Tom. Oh well. I'm still gonna keep wearing the hat. Still gonna keep doing these videos. But it's my video. Race riots, LOL. I'm Edward Jones, aka Daniel Coon, and thanks for watching.